welcome to CGG TV and to QPTea Time. I'm Lex, this is Rosie, and this week we have a fascinating woman to chat to with an incredible story. Welcome, Maria Feragalli.
Benvenuto, Maria.
Just a little bit of Italian to start our session off this morning. Maria, you have such a rich, powerful story, but maybe we should start at the beginning and unpack your life.
Well, my life started when I was 16. My sister was in Australia. She left before, and I was very close with my sister. So I was writing to her all the time that I wanted to join up with her.
Where were you living?
I was living in Maddaloni, Italy, near Naples.
Yes.
Is that the south?
South.
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
And so I was 16, and my mother put me on a boat by myself, and I come to Australia.
Wow.
But unfortunately, I spent 28 days in the hospital because I was sick all the time.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
seasick.
Oh no!
Yeah, so I didn't enjoy the boat very much.
But before leaving, while you were in Italy, knowing that you knew that you were going to Australia, is that right?
Yes,
Yeah?
I knew I was in Australia.
What were you thinking? Were you excited? Were you...
I was excited because I thought I was going to go to America.
Oh. Is that what you got told?
No. Well, I thought, going to America, that was the only place.
The only option.
I didn't know it was Australia. But anyway, when I got to Australia, it was at night time, and I come straight to Geraldton.
Wow.
Didn't see anything. So I was happy because I went with my sister, and she wanted me to send me to school. So I went to Stella Maris for 4 months. And unfortunately, they put me, I was 16, they put me year 1 with the kids 5 or 6 years old.
Wow. Did you speak English?
No, I couldn't speak English at all. So they put me in a class of 5 years old, and all of the Italian girls, and they were at school my same age and me, and they made a laugh at me. Now they made, when I used to go for lunch, they used to laugh, and one day I couldn't speak English, but my auntie said to one of the girls who live across the road to us in Francis Street, she says, "Oh, please, Elena, can you look after my niece because she can't speak English and she's very shy." And I was like, I used to go with her all the time, and she was all 3 or 4 Australian girls with her, and I was behind them. And sometimes they used to turn around and look at me and laugh. And one day I got really cross, and I says, "What are they laughing about it?" After about 4 months, went bored. Well, this girl says, "Maria's behind you." So stop. She was talking bad about me, that I was silly, I was that, I didn't understand English.
Yeah.
I says, "Oh, that's what's going on." I don't want to say that. I got really bad. But
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Getting picked
That's
on.
what happens when you're a kid. You can't help yourself.
Yeah.
I grabbed her by the hair.
Okay. It got nasty. Let's just say
Wow.
that. It got
I
nasty.
better tie my hair back.
And but I ran home,
Yeah.
and I went and hid myself. And my sister, when my sister came, I said to my sister, "I don't want to go to school anymore. I want to go to work." And I told her what happened, and she says, "Okay." So she was working at hospital, St. John Hospital. So she took me there with her that morning. And the nun came in. I can never forget that day. I was sitting there, and my sister was working in the laundry. And this Sister Magdalena came, and she says, "Who's that girl? What she's doing in here?" And my sister was very shy, and she says, "Oh, sorry, sister, she's my sister. She didn't go to school today. She doesn't want to go to school anymore." She came to me, and she put my head up, and she says, "You too pretty." And I says, and I was like this. I thought she was screaming. She grabbed my hand and took me up the stairs where the children were, the baby children, the ward. And she says, "Do you like the children?" I says, "Yeah." "Well, from today, you work here." So that was my first job
You got into childcare.
in looking after the children
Yeah.
in the hospital.
Yeah.
Then after that, year later, unfortunately, I got married.
When you were, sorry, I just want to go back because we have really skipped a few things here. Like, you've just turned up into Australia, come straight to Geraldton and into the school system. You don't speak English
No.
very well yet. I mean, what are you thinking? It's such a culture shock, isn't it?
Well, couldn't think of nothing because I had my sister with me, I had my auntie, my uncle, and
Did you miss your
Then-
family back
Yeah.
in?
yeah, I was missing my mum. I was, you know, my mum and my father and my other brothers and sisters. We were 9 in the family.
Wow.
And just yourself and your sister moved
yeah,
to
we
Australia.
were just here.
Yeah.
And then my sister brought all my other brothers here. My other mum and dad had come to Australia as well.
Oh, good.
So all the family were here. So I was happy.
That's
Perfect.
So that was,
Yeah.
that was good.
Yeah. And when you arrived in Geraldton, it was obviously nighttime, but the next day, I mean, you're looking around. What were you thinking of this place?
No, I said, oh my God, well, where I come? Because it was nothing. Because in Italy, well, Mama was very strict. We never sent the girls. Only done a 5 years school in Italy, because my mother was. I was the last girl, and I had to look after my 4 brothers,
Okay.
because I had 4 brothers after me,
Wow.
and.
So you already knew how to look after kids
Yeah.
when you came
Yes.
here.
So it worked out.
So I was 14, 15, and I was looking after my 4 brothers.
Yeah.
You know, and so I just didn't think much because I was happy. I was very happy being with my sister,
Yeah.
do things with her, and then my life had changed.
Yeah.
So
Unfortunately.
you arrived in Geraldton in 1963, was that right?
Yeah.
And so have you been here ever since? Have
Yeah.
you ever moved anywhere
I
else?
never moved from Geraldton. I
Oh
haven't
my
seen
gosh.
anything. And the only place I've seen, it's, I went to Melbourne because I was a manager in Bessemer. Got it involved with Paddy Plain
Oh,
after when I sell in my shop.
Yeah.
But 77, no, 78, I sold my shop. And after that, I've done all sorts, Paddy Plain, like Tupperware, On My Way,
Okay.
classic.
Bessemer, and I've become a manager in Bessemer. So I've
Okay.
done everything, and I went to all sorts of things.
So
Because I didn't have it in the shop anymore. So I went in the karate, I went in the yoga, I went to doing exercise. I was, I remember here's a Sunset Hotel near St John Hospital.
Yeah.
They used to do that aerobics,
Yeah.
swim, water aerobics, and they had the spa, sauna, everything there. I used to spend 2 hours in the morning to do aerobics. You know that you put the things on the floor and you slide.
Oh, wow.
You slide.
Oh,
you
do you hold on?
no,
Oh,
you don't
no.
hold on. You
No.
just slide on this
Wow.
piece of rubber.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was good for your heart, and because I wanted to lose weight. Unfortunately, I couldn't because the lady told me.
You're perfect the way you are.
Yeah, no,
Maybe we'll have to get you to do us a little, aerobics
Demo.
it's all
I
right.
could learn a thing or two, that's for sure.
I'll be open to it. Just put it out there.
So I was in everything.
I think we can see that. I mean, you just said that you sold your shop, but everyone listening, we didn't even know that you had a shop. So how did you get a shop here in Geraldton? Which shop?
There was a Peter's Cafe. I remember if you. Oh well, I mean you were too young. There was Victoria Hotel.
Yep.
Now still now it's the. What sort of shop is it now?
Is it still the hotel there, the Ocean?
Still an hotel there.
Oh, yeah, on Marine Terrace.
No, we, what do you call, my shop was Maria's Cafe. Now it's a Chinese shop.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Is that down the end of town where, like, the...
Where China Moon was,
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
it's down a bit.
Okay.
So it's where the Ocean Centre Hotel is.
Yeah.
That area, on the corner near the bank, the old
roundabout.
bank there. Near the roundabout?
Yes,
Yeah.
where Topolina was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone,
Well-
everyone watching in Geraldton will know where we're talking
Yeah.
about.
Okay. So we are at Topolini's at this point, guys. We've worked our way down Marine
Now
Terrace.
Topolina and my shop was just a little bit further up,
Ah,
Okay.
okay.
you know, going that way.
Yeah.
And so I went to shop there, and I was working there.
So you owned the shop and you were working there?
No, I was working
Oh, okay,
before I
yes.
bought the business.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I bought the business year 71. Yeah, 70, yeah.
So how did you end up, if you started off working, how did you buy the shop?
Well, I bought the shop because my boss wanted to go to Perth for the girl who was sick, and she said, well, I needed to sell the shop. So I said I was interested to buy it, and I got the money from whatever she was asking. I bought a shop with $16,000,
Wow.
Nice.
and I went to the bank. I got the money from the bank, and then I sort of like went on and
It all kind of developed
start.
from
I
there.
went to Perth to get my brother, and I had one of my brother with me.
Yep.
Because I was on my own, and I didn't want to stay. I says, oh, I need them, I need my brother with me. And he come up, and we just went on with the business.
So he came up from Perth and helped you work
Yeah, he
there?
couldn't speak a word English. I said, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
So long as he's in the kitchen, you
Yeah,
help me.
you make him cook out the back.
That's
thing.
right.
That's fine.
I says, you stay in the kitchen, and I stay at the front, and we help each other. We did. And
What kind of food was it?
I had all Italian food, like a chicken and spaghetti, carbonara, like Maria. I come up with dish Maria. I call it chicken Maria, and everybody were going mad about it.
It was like the chef's special,
Yeah.
Chicken Maria.
Yeah, like a chicken Maria, it's, Parmigiana, all this sort of thing.
Delicious. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Oh, could we convince you to reopen another
I
little...
feel
Uh,
like a pop
look,
up.
even today,
Maria's pop-up.
people saw me in the streets. Maria, we need the spaghetti shop.
Oh,
I
yes.
says, no, I had the 3 of them. It's enough.
I'm done.
Yeah.
So you had 3 shops. So
Had
you
3
started
shops.
with the cafe.
I started with this one as year 71, with this one here.
Yeah.
What, on this one here?
Yeah.
All right, I might get you to just show
Well, you can
everyone
see
what
the
we can
date.
see.
Ah.
There.
Do you
Oh,
wanna-
is it you?
Do you want to hold that up, Maria?
Hold it up to the camera and we
Yeah.
can have a squeeze.
That's it.
I started this one with the 71,
Wow.
Okay.
and then I got married,
Yep.
and my husband didn't want me to, because I got the baby, and he didn't want me to stay in the shop, so I sold it.
Okay.
And when the son got 18, I says, now you're 18, I'll go back in the business.
I'm back in the game.
Yeah. So I went and bought another shop. And then after that, I got a bit of problem because I took my niece as a partnership.
Okay.
And then we bought another one. And I used to cook for both the shop. I had one in the mall.
Wow.
It was called Michael. And I had the other one.
And they were all Italian. Both of them were Italian food
both
still.
both
Yep.
Italian food.
Yeah.
I used to cook for the cafe.
Wow.
Cook in the restaurant and send it all in the cafe. And then I started that. But unfortunately, when I got to my 3rd one, I got done with what's the name, the owner. He wouldn't renew my lease. So after 3 years, I had to shut down.
Okay.
Because he wouldn't renew my lease because he wanted to extend it.
Okay.
So
But while you had your cafes, were they busy? How did they go? Were they well received by the Geraldton community?
well, I was always busy.
Yeah.
always, especially the first, when I had this one, I had people line up waiting to come inside.
Oh my gosh.
You know where Topolino was?
Yeah.
The line was from the Topolino shop to my shop.
Wow.
And I was very busy. I was always busy.
Oh my gosh.
I still got, I'm going to find it. I still got to go, so when the girls used to get the orders, used to write them down and come and that, and there was a list. One day in Easter time, I've done about 200 meals,
Oh my gosh.
just at lunchtime. 200 meals, not counting the sandwiches, the steak burgers,
The rest of the menu.
all the
Oh my
rest of it.
goodness.
Yeah.
And were you alone were you the only cook, or did you have
Oh no, my
other
brother
hands?
was helping me.
So just the two of you?
Two of us.
Cooking?
Yeah. No, nobody else.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when your brother was working here, did you speak Italian with him? Did you sort of keep up your
Well,
Italian?
I had to speak Italian because he
Yeah.
couldn't speak English.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes I was a bit of embarrassed because people were here that thought, we were talking, bad. And I said to my brother, I says, you're going to learn to speak, say, yes, please, no, thank you, sort of like that.
The
And
main
gonna-
phrases so you can
Yeah.
talk to people. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but he was shy than me. And so,
All shy. All your siblings.
Did you talk
Humble.
Italian with your kids? So when they grew up, did they learn as well?
No, unfortunately, I didn't because when I didn't want my kids to go through the same thing,
Yeah.
and so I speak English. Well, my English was cut always, but I tried to make them understand and learn the English.
Yeah.
So
Did they learn any Italian, or did you just mostly?
yes, so some of my kids speak Italian,
Yeah.
and now my granddaughter speak Italian.
Ah, very good.
Oh,
She was only a year and a half, and I started to teach her the numbers,
Yeah.
and she's,
and
you
she
know,
picked it up.
Yeah, she picked it up. She
that's
was
great.
only 2 years old, and she counted from 1 to 10,
Wow.
and
Clever.
learned some of the songs.
Yeah.
I got Italian books. She loved to read, me to read Italian to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's
That's great. They say that little kids are like sponges with a language.
Yeah.
You say it to them and they don't
Yeah,
feel
they
any
do.
kind of embarrassment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Straight
no,
away they
that's
can
right.
say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and,
amazing.
Now I got my grandson. Every time I say, Bella, say, beautiful. You know.
Oh.
So
Say,
sweet.
ciao Bella, when I go home.
Oh.
When I go and say ciao Bella to Nonna. Ciao Bella, Nonna.
Oh, what a charmer.
You love it.
And he's only 2.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
Wow. So you had your shops and you ended up selling them, is that right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I ended up.
So, but we've got so much stuff here, all these lovely photos and articles. You can't have just sold your shops and then gone into retirement. So what did
No,
you
no,
do?
no, I didn't go
What
into
did you do after
retirement.
that? What else have we got here?
What I did, I started daycare.
Ah,
That was the things that I love the kids, so I couldn't stay home. The first things I did, I went in the paddy plan. I did Tupperware, the first one. That was my first paddy plan at Tupperware.
So you'd go around to groups of people
Group
and
of people and do
talk
demonstration.
Tupperware. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, do
Okay.
demonstration, talk about it, see how to use it and things like that. And also I went in MY. Then one day I got the group people coming to Geraldton and they display with the Bessemer.
oh yeah.
Okay, so like household.
Household, yes.
Yeah, household
Yeah.
items and things.
And like you cookerware, you
Yeah.
cook, you demonstrate it. So
Yeah.
you demonstrate the pizzas, you demonstrate fried rice in not time, like casserole and things like that.
So you got to cook as part of those demonstrations?
I had
yeah, nice.
when, say for instance, you want to have a demonstration, you invite about 10 or 12 of people
Yeah.
at your place, I come along and I start cooking.
Oh, did you make the chicken a la Maria?
Maria.
Yeah, and some of the people. Well, once there was a group of ladies, and every weekend they used to get together, and they said to me, says, Maria, do you mind? We buy Bessemer from you, but we want you to come in and do a cook for us. So I used to do the entree,
Oh,
dinner,
my
and
goodness.
sweets. And I used to cook 3 meals for them.
Wow.
But then I would come home always with a couple of $1,000 a sale.
Perfect.
So that was okay for me. So I used to go once a week, used to go there, and everyone used to buy the things. And
But
I used
also buy your meals. It's
Yeah.
a
It's
two
sort
for
of
one.
like I used to cook for them, and I used to get orders from them.
Perfect.
Yeah, because they want all of the set. Because the bechamel I cook on the things. You don't cook in the oven. It's a bechamel. You put it on top of the stove,
Yeah.
and you say pizza is about 18 minutes. You mix it in there, and you cook it in there,
Wow.
and that's everything.
I
So-
think if you had cooked me a pizza, I probably also would have bought the
Definitely.
stuff that I would have been like, this is delicious.
Like,
I'm
sure,
100%
yeah, sign
buying
me
it.
up for that pot. Like, no.
I used to, and sort of like, I was doing that. And after that, I got pregnant with my fourth one. And unfortunately, he wouldn't stay in daycare. And I couldn't go around because I used to go to Carnarvon. I used to go, and my husband used to come with me. Once a fortnight, we used to go to Carnarvon. And I used to have about 3 or 4 parties. I used to arrive on Saturday morning and do the first party. And then in the afternoon and night time, I used to have 3 parties on Saturday and 2 on Sunday
Goodness
before we
me.
come home. We used to travel. My little one wouldn't stay. So him, because he was crying all the time, I used to have a nightmare. He used to cry in the night, and I said, no, I can't. All the money I make with the bechamel doesn't help my children.
No.
So I stopped and I went to the daycare.
So you started teaching daycare again?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went in the daycare
Yeah.
because of my love of my son.
Yeah.
He wouldn't stay in the daycare. So I went in the office. I said to the lady there, I said, do you mind? He says, it's all right for me to be daycare mum. And she knew what I was doing. And she says, Maria, you want to do daycare?
Yeah.
I says, I can't have a day within daycare because he cries all the time. But he says, you'll be a perfect mum, she said to me. But you know you're going to give up your bechamel? I says, it's all right, I understand that. I says, but when I haven't got the children and I got a bechamel party, I'll still do it. So I made clear that I wouldn't give it up completely. And she says, okay. So that's how I started. I started with about 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids. I end up having 19 kids a week. I have 7 each day, like 4 under 2.5, 4 children under
That
2.5,
is full
and
on.
3 under 4.5.
Wow.
Okay.
Plus the 2 of mine.
Yeah.
Well, the others were married and gone. 2 of mine, and there were 9 children every day.
And
I had.
were you at your house?
Yeah, my
So
house.
you had like a
Wow.
home
in Simerson
daycare
Street. Yeah,
with 9 kids.
yeah. And I had the 7 daycare kids and 2 of mine, but mine were going to school. That was all right. I only had the little one at home. And that's how I started. And then one day I got the lady come in and from Perth, and she come home to visit me, and she says, I got told, you're the Italian. I says, yeah. And she says, we're looking for Italian lady to raise some money for multiple sclerosis. I didn't even know what multiple sclerosis was because I never come across anything like that. And she said, would like it for you to raise some money for me. I says, look, I'm very busy. I'm looking after kids. I says, I like to help. I do what I can, but I won't promise anything. So I started, and I started doing I started doing a party at my place a weekend to raise some money. I started doing teddy bear picnic because I was doing daycare. So I invite all of the daycare mums and put it on. Well, you can see all that in here.
I'll try and find it. Yeah, so you were working with your resources, I guess, to start fundraising for this
Yeah.
charity.
The lady come from Perth, her name is Wendy, and she says, I told you, you're very good.
That might be one of them. Is that one of the?
Yeah, that's karate, as I was doing karate.
Oh wow!
Okay.
What do you want to hold that up and show? What year was this?
89,
Wow.
Okay.
88.
Yeah. That's a little poster from your, what was that? The is it say cabaret variety
Cabaret,
show?
yeah.
Ah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Doing,
Wow, I
It's-
think I would like to go to that event.
Yeah.
Looking at it going, gee, that'd be fun to have
I
here
used-
in Geraldton.
I used to do spaghetti night.
I just saw one, yeah, spaghetti night. Chicken and spaghetti night. I mean, you've
Oh.
got to show this up because this feels
So this
really
this
iconic.
was the chicken a la Maria. Is
No.
that?
This is the fundraiser.
Wow.
Okay.
Did you do the cooking for that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
I think if you ever run another fundraiser, you have to let us know, 'cause we will come and eat the food and spend our money.
I used
Without a doubt.
to, yeah.
Wow. So,
So I
how long
was,
did that go for? That
I don't, not very long because in a few months I raised $16,000
what?
Wow.
by doing all that. And
Wow, $16,000.
yeah, all by myself. I mean, I'd done the walkathon. Once I started, I said, well, I used to travel with the kids and going to menu like other people places and organise like a party, like an afternoon tea and things like that. That's how I raised the money.
And I mean, in 1989, $16,000 was a lot more than it is today, and
Yeah.
it's still a lot of money
It is a lot.
today. So
And I had no business that
Wow.
donated me money or anything. All I raised is what I did.
you did it the hard
I did.
slog, yeah.
Well, it says here, I don't know, somewhere.
You've been in too many newspaper articles. That's
There is
the
a
thing.
real catalogue here,
this one
guys.
here?
You've got to bear with us.
No.
We're sifting.
Wow.
That,
This one?
I
that
don't know
one.
which one it says.
Oh, this
No,
we
I
can't give that.
think-
That's the next
Yeah.
part of the story. We
Yeah.
can't give that away.
Yeah.
Ah.
That says here why I wanted the trip to Rome.
Oh, okay. So you want a trip to Rome
Yeah.
for raising
that,
money?
That one of there to raise the money, that was for ideal Italian woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're the one on the right. Is that you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You better
it.
hold that up and show everyone how.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Wow. How gorgeous you look in that.
Yeah.
So you want a trip to Rome?
Yeah. I
Had
want
you
trip
been
to
back
Rome.
to Italy since you
Oh, yeah,
left?
3 times.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Good. But it was probably a bit nice to go.
No, I didn't like it.
Oh, is it because you prefer?
want to come back
do you like
home.
Geraldton?
Oh, last time I went to was 2008,
Yeah.
and I come home 5 weeks early. I
Really?
pay my trip back again
No.
So what?
because I was, I don't know if I was homesick. Every
Yeah.
time I ring my son, how you going, John? I start crying on the phone, and I don't know if it was homesick or I couldn't. My Italian food didn't agree with me anymore. I don't know. I don't know what, but I was sick all the time.
When you were a kid in Italy, did you think I'm going to leave here one day? Did you always think that, or
No.
it was just when your
no,
sister left?
No, when my sister left, yeah, because we were very close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, very, very close. And so once she left, she broke my heart.
Yeah.
I wanted to be with her all the time because she was a dressmaker, and I learned a little bit of her, and I was helping her a lot, and I was always with her.
Yeah. So why did she come to Australia?
She come with my auntie because my auntie said she had a husband here.
Okay.
She says, well, we go and see my husband, and then we stay a few months, and then come back. Unfortunately, she comes in Australia and stay in Australia.
It's a long way to
So,
go.
Yeah. And so
Did they come? They came by boat at
Yes,
that time.
come
Yeah.
by
Wow.
It's a couple of months. It's not. You don't just hop
No.
back on the
No.
boat and go
No,
home, do you?
no. And so then my sister says, if you want to come, I'll come. I said, of course I want to come. I want to be where you are.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I come out.
Did you see any similarities between the culture here and the culture that you grew up with in Italy?
Well, where I grew up, are very plain things. My mother was very restricted. The girls are not allowed to do anything. Once you come to 5 years of school, when you get 10 years old, you're not going to school anymore because you're going to
Wow.
stay home and help a mum. So
Gosh.
my first sister, she learned to sew because she was that. And the other sister learned to brood the work. My other one got married, and I was the last girl, so I couldn't. My mother didn't want to send me anyway, so she says, "No, Maria, you're going to stay home and look after the kids."
And was it at that point that you learnt to cook? Like, where did you?
Yes,
get
I
this-
was 11. I think it was 9 or 10 years old. My mother went to the market, and I look at the time, and I knew my father was coming home, and I says, because he was the type when he arrived at home, he wants to have a rest, have a glass of wine, and have a plate on the table. And I says, Mama's not home yet. I said to my brother, I says, Mama's not home yet, and Daddy's coming. What are we going to do? So I claim, because my mother had a beautiful stove, electric and gas. So I climb on a table.
Wow.
I got a little pot, and I used to look at Mama what they were doing. So I put the water, and I got a smack that day.
From who? From Mum or Dad?
Dad.
Oh, he was scared to find you climbing on the stove.
because I was too little.
Yeah.
And I climb on the table and I pick up the pot and pick up the water and pick up the oil. And so I would look at Mum, and I made pasta fagioli that night,
Wow.
What's that?
pasta with beans.
Oh, cool. That's really cool, though.
So when my father came home, the tea was ready. My mother was not home yet. And because I don't know why, she was late went to the market. And that day I come in, and and my father, when he walks in, he could smell the food. And I says, where's your mother? Oh, she's over there, she's coming. So I hid her for that. But my mother, when she walks in, she had bags in there, and my father realized, that. He looked at me, and he said to me, he says, you lied to me. I says, but the food's ready, who cooked that? And Mama says, no, I didn't cook.
Oh, Mum.
I haven't done anything yet. He says, well, I won't be long, I'll cook it. I says, who's that stove? The stove is food on the stove. Mum walked in the kitchen and saw the food. Says, who cooked that? I said, Mum, I did. But Daddy wants to eat when he comes home. So we would just,
Wow.
and my
And you got in
father's-
trouble for that?
And I got in trouble because
I
my
think-
father was too worried that I
Yeah.
could have
Yeah.
burned myself.
Yeah, of course.
And he locked myself in the broom cupboard.
Oh, no. I bet he still ate your delicious pasta as well.
I'll never forget that day. But as he said to me, he says, you're done now. The food is good, but don't do it anymore.
Don't do it again.
Because, you're too little. I was not even 9 years old.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And I says, okay.
Right.
But after, that was okay.
So did you, it sounds like even from a young age, you learned to work hard.
Well,
Yeah.
from a young age, I was 10 years old when I was washing by hand,
Wow.
carry the water. Mama's house was there, and the water, we had to carry the water from, say, where the Kiwi that Queen Elizabeth Centre is.
Yep.
From there, I had to run down there. We had the tap there. Everybody could go and get the water. But two bucket water, one in my head, and carry the water.
To
and
balance one on your head?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Water. I used to have a bucket, like the really one. Put it in my head, and dragged water. And when I fill up at the big tank, and was in the, because everybody sort of doing, was about 10 or 12 people, family in that reunion. Like you go on units here and then everybody's there.
Yeah.
But over there, and then we had the one, just one, and it was really big.
Wow.
And I used to go there and wash all by hand.
Wow.
And then I used to climb on a hill to put the rope from one tree to another to hang the clothes. So I had you know, it was very poor. We were poor there.
So I want to ask you about this house that you helped build, because it sounds like, you know, you were only 10 when you were carting water and washing by hand and cooking for your dad. So this house that you built, and I see there's a photo here. Can I pull that up? So it seems like you have always been very good at working hard.
Yeah.
Is that right? So how did this house come about?
Well, when I finished doing the rice and money,
yeah,
they wanted me to go in Quest again. And I says, no, I've got something else I want to do. I want to build a home.
You just decided that you wanted to build a house.
I just decided. I says to Windy, I says, look, I don't like it to go entry in the Quest. I says, because I'll probably win again, and I don't want. I don't want
to show off.
No, I says I just want to do something else. I got in mind to start, you know, build a multiple sclerosis house.
Yeah.
That's how I become like that. I sort of like I wanted to start around, and Wendy's the lady. She says, okay, you want to build a house. So what I done, the first things I did, I went to Challenge Bank, and I went in there, and the ladies there and the counter says, yes, Maria, yes, what you want? I says, I'd like to see the manager. And she says, you going to bank anything? I says, no. I says, I want to see the manager.
I'm here for business.
And she says, well, the manager is busy. Well, I says, I'll wait. So I was sitting down and I was waiting for about 10 minutes. And I got up and I says, can I see the manager, please? And she says, okay. She called out. She says, there's somebody here want to see the manager. So the guy come out. He says, did you want to see me? I says, yeah. Straight out, I says, I want to raise some money. I want to build a house for multiple sclerosis, and I want you to give me the money. Just like that. I couldn't speak much.
And so what did he say?
Yeah. I says, oh, do you want to build a house and you want us to give you the money? I says, yes. And I pay, when I finish build a house, when I sell, I'll give you the money back. And he says, oh, okay. He says, which block you want? I says, that's why they would have just to display Manda Tarcoola. They were doing a block of land. I says, I would like it in Tarcoola. So he come with me. Actually, it's somewhere there.
In the archives here.
Yeah, somewhere there that it's a.
Oh, is that the house plan?
Yeah, somewhere there. It says, which block you want?
Ah.
No, it's a.
Lot 30.
It's
lot
all the lots. Yeah, that's the block
Way.
I choose.
Ah.
Yeah, so he said to me, he says, choose which one block you want, and I'll get it for you. And he was very nice. He really helped.
I mean, that is amazing.
Yeah.
That they were just like, you know what? Okay.
Yeah.
Choose your block.
It feels like it wouldn't happen today.
Actually, I got a paper there. I come across the other night. It's the block cost about 22,000.
Wow.
It's somewhere down here.
So this would have been, what, in the early 90s?
No, 89.
89.
At the same
Oh,
year.
the same year.
Okay.
So
Same
you
year.
just raised $16,000.
Yeah, and
now
then
you're going to build a house.
I have built a house somewhere there.
I think it's just amazing that, you know, you were working so hard. You have 4 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They must have not been that old yet.
No, it was. I don't know
How
old I
did you
was.
do it? Oh, that's what I want to know. How did you do this?
What do you mean?
Like, how are you not so tired or?
No, I don't know. Everybody was surprised and how strong I was, and so actually some people say, "Are you on drugs or something?"
Because they couldn't imagine working
No.
so hard.
Yeah.
No, don't know. I just did it, and so Challenger Bank lended the money, and I started go around with the building company. It was, where's that leather?
So how long did it take to build this house? I mean, I don't even know how long it takes these days to build a house.
Yeah.
Oh,
A
it didn't take
year?
much long.
A year,
No.
couple months.
Where's that?
Bear with us, guys. We have a few.
Where's the house?
We've got to find it. We've got to find
No,
it.
where's the house?
Are you
was
looking
there?
for this one here?
This one.
This?
Ah,
Okay.
look at the
That's-
picture.
That's all the people donated me the stuff.
You've got to show this to the camera
Yeah,
and
you've
see
got to show,
everyone can
show
see.
that to the camera.
You can hold that up.
And
So
does
I went around the building company. I got the bricklayers, a couple of guys doing the bricklayer, which are the fathers over there.
Yep.
I went to all the people here, and they all donated me the
Wow.
some of the stuff I had to pay for it, but the building company get all the cupboards, and yeah, that's
Wow.
and I had the builder, Maria Feragalli. He helped me to organise it, and so I just went ahead.
Wow.
No big deal.
No, well,
So
I
what, a
didn't
couple
think-
months, 6 months to build it?
Probably, yeah.
Wow.
That's incredible.
It's probably the day that there somewhere, and
And so they sold it for charity. They still do that,
Yeah.
don't they?
Yeah,
They sell
my-
those houses.
I sold it for 155,000.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah, and that's
what?
and that's
Maria, that
went
is
all
incredible.
the to.
Yeah.
I went when I sold the house. I went and paid Challenger Bank,
Yeah.
thanked them, and
Wow.
that's it.
So is that house still there? Do you know?
Oh yeah, the house is still there.
Really?
Of course.
Wow. Well,
Yeah,
we
the house
don't
is
have
still
to give
there.
away the address, but maybe if you're
Yeah,
in
no,
Mount Tarcoola, your
it's-
house might have been built by Maria.
Home in the way. It's the house is
Oh.
right in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
And
great. So after that, we might sort of fast forward a little bit
Yeah.
because
I'm just a bit shocked.
I
Like, this is
just-
just amazing, one thing after the other. I'm kind of like on the edge of my seat, just like, okay, yeah, you know.
So if we go through a little bit from you know, you've just done all this amazing stuff. In the space of about 20 years, you own 3 businesses. You also then worked for Bessemer and Tupperware. You built a house. You raised $16,000
Yeah.
and 4 children.
Yeah, and
When do you take a rest?
Yeah.
I don't take
I'm
a rest.
exhausted listening.
I can't sit them down. I'm sit here and
She's getting ready to get up and do some aerobics.
That's why I throw myself into work
Yeah.
instead of going the other way.
Yeah.
Throw myself into work and help my children.
It's just such a testament, though, to your strength and your determination and your willpower as a woman. Like, I feel inspired by your strength and your gusto, you know, to just say, all right, I'm taking control. I'm
Yeah.
going to do this and I'm going to do anything that I want to do.
Yeah,
I
no,
think it is
that's-
amazing to hear that as a young woman, to hear your
Well,
story.
I'm 74.
Yeah.
Can we say that you sure showed him how incredible and strong you are?
Yeah.
And I think maybe if we sort of move towards the end of our interview, I want to talk a little bit about what you do now, you know, in the community, because you haven't slowed down, have you? Maybe you've even sped up. He's hiding because he knows that you're going to get him up to do walking football. So what stuff do you do now to keep yourself busy? At 74.
Well, I do.
Wow.
In the morning, Monday, I play badminton. Well, because of this virus,
Yeah.
it's stressed me out a
I
bit
know.
because I'm shut in the house.
Oh,
Monday, I used to do badminton. Tuesday, water aerobics. Wednesday, I'd go and help Queen Elizabeth Centre.
Yeah.
I do exercise there. And then I'm a volunteer for the older people, stay on your feet, balance exercise.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Thursday, I'll go into mothers pray for the mothers.
Yeah.
And then clean my house, washing, iron.
Just a little side activity there.
Yeah.
And you've got a couple grandkids.
I got about 9 grandchildren
Oh my gosh.
and 3 grandchildren.
That's amazing.
I feel, like I said, I feel tired even just listening to how.
That's a full schedule.
Yeah.
That is a full schedule.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
every second day I have to go and see my grandchildren because one day I can't go. She's on the phone and she's only 5. Nonna, why didn't you come today? So I go there and I'm going to play.
We got another demo.
No,
You got like a game.
no, I'm going to show you that.
Ah.
Every time I go there, I'll have to play on the badminton with her.
Okay.
I like it that, there's this
play.
assumption that, like, people over the age of 60 don't know how to, interact with their kids on phones.
I do my garden.
We've got photos. You all can't see this, sorry.
Do my garden. I can
Oh
tell
my
that.
gosh,
It's-
I've
have
got
a
a
look.
garden.
You're going to see her.
Oh, what have you, there are some Italian treats here.
Can you please show everyone this? This is
I don't know,
special. Are we
it's going to
allowed
make
to?
you really hungry, I think, if you see them. What are these? Oh my gosh, they've got hundreds and thousands. Look at that, can you see? No, maybe not. Oh,
No.
There you go.
ooh.
You can kind of see
Look at
treats
that,
and cookies.
pastries. Oh my gosh. Do you make cannoli?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going to, after we finish
Maria,
filming, I'm going to
place
put
a
an order in
personal
for cannoli.
Me too. I also want spaghetti, please.
Oh my gosh. So
I'm going to show you that.
sorry, I zoomed in. So, there we go.
So
Oh
you
my
keep
gosh.
busy with your activities, you're keeping fit, and I mean, I don't know if it was just backstage a second ago where you told us that you have a black belt in karate. Is that right?
Yeah.
Well,
We don't know what to call you, Maria. You are incredible. Oh, there's more food photos. You are all missing out, honestly. I see pastries, I see pasta. Oh, I see bread. What was that?
I
Oh
feel
my
like
God.
I'm missing
that's
out
bread
too.
I make.
This is amazing.
That's how it's
Oh my gosh.
But trampoline. I seen. Have a
Oh,
look.
Ah.
It's
I see lots of grandkid photos. I think,
Really
like,
cool.
my phone is full of photos of my dogs
Yeah, same.
and
my
the bread that
babies.
I'm baking.
Oh, nice.
But if you're a grandparent, I think it's all like pictures of your grandkids.
Everything goes out the window, like photos of flowers and things. It turns into like photos of babies, their first steps.
Yeah.
Like,
I
oh,
think
my
is your
granny-
phone kind of
My phone's pretty tragic. It's like 50% my pets, 50% my kids, and then like a few screenshots of like easy slow cook recipes. I'm a modern day mother, okay?
I've got a few like selfies of myself where I'm like, I'm just going to document what I look like so that like people don't think that I had just dogs or that they had a phone.
I love that. I love emotional selfies too. I mean,
Yeah.
we are segueing right away.
That's fine.
It's
That's what this
tangible.
segment's all
it's
about.
a
Oh,
trampoline in there or not, somewhere.
Oh, yes, there she is. Oh.
Cool. So you love to stay
Bouncing on
active
there.
with your grandchildren. That's
Yeah.
really, really cool.
Yeah.
She's really having a good jump on that, isn't she? I bet
That's just
she
a
likes
photo
that.
of Maria
It's a
with her
trampoline,
grandies
yeah.
on the tramp, having a good
I'm
jump.
not very good at holding up the phone, but I just, I think we could talk for hours, Maria, and I say
Oh,
that to everybody, but we should probably wrap it up. But I think it has been truly jaw-dropping talking to you.
Yeah.
I say, is it mille grazie? Is
Yeah.
it? Yeah, grazie
Mille
mille.
grazie.
I went to Italy once, so I think I know Italian. But
Oh,
Rosie
if you
is
want to
technically
learn
Italian.
trying to learn Italian, I'll give you some of the books.
yeah, give us
Yeah.
some. So
Yeah.
how, is that right? Do I say grazie mille? Or-
Grazie, yeah, grazie
Grazie
mille.
mille. Thank
Yeah,
you
Maria.
so much, Maria,
That's all right.
for
Thank
talking
you.
with us, showing us your beautiful life, your beautiful grandchildren, and your beautiful food.
Definitely. If
And-
anything, I
yeah.
just feel like we can all walk away feeling inspired and that nothing in life is too difficult. You
Yeah.
know, there's always a way
Yeah.
and you can do it and you can just make the most of your time. Like, I feel like I should just cram my weeks more, like,
Yeah.
and just do more. So thank you so much.
Thank you,
for
Maria.
sharing your
We
story
really
with us.
appreciate it. Thank you.
And that is it for us, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to QPTea Time. Rosie's got the power pose
Grazie mille.
with Maria. Thank you so much. We'll catch you next time.
Thanks.